basis right now, we're looking at the stock to make easily 18 to 20%, and that's being super conservative right now because it's in a sector of growth. This is a hot sector right now, but for how long? We think it's a long-term play. We think it could easily be 18 to 24 months, and we're going to far surpass that number that we came in.
Analysis, valuation, and perspectives. We've all seen the buzz surrounding Palantir Technologies lately. On one hand, some Wall Street analysts are predicting a downturn with a price target averaging at $19.50, while on the other, Palantir's recent performance paints a different picture. Despite conflicting opinions, the stock has surged over 40% following a stellar earnings report. But with this disparity, investors are left wondering, is it too late to buy Palantir stock?
In the stock?
Yeah, Nicole, I think this kind of fits into the narrative that Achilles was talking about in terms of the bigger picture as well, right? Could see some short-term weakness here, but that underlying fundamental narrative here that's supportive of this rally we've seen is still present here. And taking a look here at the chart, we have seen a little bit of short-term weakness in Palantir. We came off the highs last week up around that $18 level, recently back down to around 16. You can see we're currently trading around 16.75 right now, down on the day by about 2% here. But that's a look at a very range-bound type trade that's come into play after a big rally up in the beginning of May. If you remember, we were trading around $7 back in May. Earnings came into play. We rallied up into that sideways consolidation area that started in the beginning of June there and lasted really throughout the summer into the end of the year.
Well, the year has seen Palantir shares soar by over 40%, with a staggering 60% increase since July, fueled by a standout quarterly earnings report in February. This report showcased record-breaking revenue and profits, driven mainly by the high demand for the company's AI platforms. CEO Alex Karp has been vocal about Palantir's robust performance, touting it as a contender for inclusion in the prestigious S&P 500. However, recent news reveals a setback as Palantir was snubbed in favor of Supermicrocomputer for S&P 500 inclusion. In this analysis, we delve into Palantir's business model, market prospects, financial standing, valuation, and associated risks to offer insights into the investment outlook.
Yeah, that is a very interesting aspect of adopting AI. This is a company that's led in the application of machine learning for more than 20 years. It's just a year ago that they started incorporating generative AI capabilities. Not only did they produce an external-facing product set for enterprise customers, as we just discussed, they're also using those tools internally, and they've embraced that internally. At the same time, they did what a lot of technology companies did last year, which is start reducing headcount while they were growing by taking it out of places where growth no longer existed and refocusing it on places where growth was emerging, mostly around generative AI.
Now, Palantir prides itself on three core software platforms: Gotham, Foundry, and Apollo. Gotham and Foundry are instrumental in consolidating vast data volumes into cohesive operational assets, while Apollo, introduced in 2021, offers cloud-agnostic solutions for critical system operations. The company has recently launched the artificial intelligence platform, tailored for commercial and government sectors, integrating large language models into its existing platforms. Revenue streams come from cloud subscriptions, on-premises software subscriptions, and professional services. Palantir operates through government and commercial segments, with 53% and 47% contribution in Q4 2023 revenues. Geographically, 61% of revenue is from the US and 39% from international markets. Palantir software platforms serve as essential backbones for integrating customer data seamlessly. These platforms cater to users of all technical levels and feature user-facing applications tailored to specific industries, enhancing durability and stickiness. The company emphasizes its AI expertise with AIP, which integrates large language models into existing platforms, aiding decision-making. AIP has gained traction, particularly in the commercial sector, driving strong growth for Palantir. The global big data analytics market is projected to reach $745 billion by 2030, with a robust CAGR of 13.5% from 2023 to 2030. Fueled by increased demand for data-driven decision-making, Palantir is well-positioned to capitalize on this growth, given its data integration and interpretation expertise. Additionally, as a preferred vendor for governments, the company benefits from increased IT allocations in global military and defense budgets. But what about Palantir's recent performance? In Q4 2023, Palantir gained 44 new customers, totaling 497 by the end of the fiscal year, marking a 35% year-over-year increase. This growth was mainly driven by the commercial segment, which saw a 44% rise, reaching 375 customers. Additionally, revenue from top clients increased notably, with Q4 trailing 12 months revenue from the top 20 customers climbing by 11% year-over-year to $55 million per customer. Palantir also closed 103 deals of at least $1 million, roughly double a year ago, showcasing its expanding customer base and deal sizes. On the financial front, in Q4 2023, total revenue increased by 20% year-over-year to $608 million, driven by a surge of 70% year-over-year in the U.S. commercial business. Largely fueled by momentum in the artificial intelligence platform, Palantir reported a 56% year-over-year growth in total billings, reaching $605 million, indicating strong product demand and successful contract acquisitions. The company generated $2.23 billion in revenue in fiscal year 2023, a 17% increase over the prior year, with commercial revenue surpassing the $1 billion mark for the first time. Looking ahead, Palantir expects total revenue of about $2.7 billion for fiscal year 2024, representing a 21% year-over-year growth. Furthermore, Palantir reported healthy gross and operating margins, with adjusted gross margin at 84% in Q4 2023, up 200 basis points from the previous year, and adjusted operating margin expanding to 34%. The company ended Q4 2023 with $3.7 billion in cash equivalents, marketable securities, and no debt on its balance sheet. Cash flow from operations and adjusted free cash flow saw notable increases in Q4 2023, demonstrating financial stability and ample liquidity for growth initiatives. Now, a Wall Street firm expects Palantir's stock price to rise above its current value after a recent surge driven by its strong performance. Palantir's artificial intelligence software has attracted significant attention, especially with its innovative AI platform. Despite the stock's recent surge, some analysts have kept their price targets below the current market value, citing outdated projections and concerns about the company's profitability trajectory. Palantir's Q4 earnings report showcased impressive figures. However, analysts' average price targets still lag behind the current market value, with some analysts expressing doubts about the company's future performance. One analyst even maintains a price target as low as $5, highlighting the disparity in market sentiment. Investors are advised to consider various factors beyond analyst price targets when evaluating Palantir's stock. While the company grows healthy, its price-to-sales ratio of 26 suggests a higher valuation than its peers. Moreover, projections of future profitability indicate that it may take time for Palantir's stock to reach reasonable price-to-earnings levels, especially considering its current growth trajectory. Ultimately, the decision to invest in Palantir hinges on its ability to sustain its growth rate over the next few years. If the company can maintain a 20% annual growth rate and achieve profitability targets, its stock could potentially offer substantial returns in the long term. However, given the current valuation and uncertainties surrounding its future profitability, some investors may exercise caution and wait for more favorable entry points. But before we move on, we just want to thank you for watching this far. So, if you're looking at Palantir's recent stock performance, it's been quite the ride. The stock has soared over 200% in the past year thanks to strong revenue numbers and improving profitability. Investors are particularly excited about Palantir's artificial intelligence platform, which is driving significant growth in the commercial segment. However, despite these gains, the stock still trades nearly 30% below its all-time high. In terms of valuation, Palantir currently has a price-to-sales multiple of 25x, 20x on a forward basis, slightly higher than its peers. This premium is justified given the company's strong financials and promising growth potential, especially with the expansion of the addressable market through AIP. But there are risks to consider. Palantir faces intense competition in the data analytics and software solutions market, which could impact its market share and profitability. Additionally, the company's long sales cycle requires significant investments in sales and marketing, with no guaranteed success. Despite these challenges, Palantir continues to grow its revenue and profitability. The company's focus on driving diversified growth, particularly through AIP, is gaining traction. With plans for continued profitable growth in 2024, an inclusion in the S&P 500 could further boost its stock price. So, The question remains, is Palantir worth the investment? It's a decision that requires careful consideration of the risks and rewards, along with your own investment goals and risk tolerance. But for patient, long-term investors looking to capitalize on the AI trend, Palantir remains an attractive opportunity. What do you think? Is Palantir a buy for you? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And that's it. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons down below. Additionally, if you want to know more about Palantir stock in 2024, just click this video right here. Thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for more exciting content in the future.